The moonlight spilled over the village of Mbaroro, casting a silvery hue across the tranquil scene. Yet, beneath the calm surface of the night, a heart-wrenching drama unfolded. Amani, a young woman known for her kindness and beauty, knelt beside her father's lifeless body, tears streaming down her face. The cold, moonlit ground was stained with blood, and her hands, trembling uncontrollably, still clutched the blood-stained dagger. The peaceful village around them seemed to hold its breath, oblivious to the terrible act that had just taken place. The story of Amani's tragic descent began with a visit from a stranger whose dark presence brought a chilling promise. He was cloaked in shadow, his ember-like eyes glowing ominously in the night. He approached Amani with an offer that seemed too tempting to refuse. "Your father's blood," he whispered, "will unlock riches beyond your wildest dreams. The choice is yours, but remember, wealth comes with a price." Amani's heart wavered as the stranger's words echoed in her mind. She had always dreamed of a life of luxury, and the thought of escaping a modest village life was almost irresistible. Her gaze fell upon the dagger he presented, a tool of betrayal. Torn between her dreams and her conscience, she ultimately succumbed to the allure of the stranger's promise. The night of the betrayal arrived, and the hut where Amani and her father lived was quiet. Her father, an elderly man with gentle, weathered features, sat by the fire, humming an old tune. His eyes, so full of wisdom and love, were unaware of the danger that loomed. Amani approached him, her heart pounding with fear and resolve. With a swift, agonizing motion, she drove the dagger into his back. The life drained from his eyes as his body slumped, and Amani stood there, paralyzed by the gravity of what she had done. The stranger returned as promised, and with him came unimaginable wealth. Gold, jewels, and luxurious garments overflowed in Amani's home, transforming it into a glittering palace. But the riches, which she had once longed for, now felt like chains around her soul. The village marveled at her sudden fortune, but none knew the dark secret that lay behind it. As the days passed, Amani's nights were plagued by the ghostly presence of her father. His spirit, marked by a deep sorrow, haunted her every moment. His eyes seemed to accuse her of her sin, and his silent voice was a constant reminder of the betrayal. The wealth that had promised freedom now felt cold and oppressive, an unending reminder of the price she had paid. Amani's beauty and vibrancy faded into a hollow, despairing shell. She sat alone amidst the treasures that once symbolized her dreams, now a prison of her own making. The treasures around her felt like a heavy weight, each piece a stark reminder of her greed. Her father's ghost lingered, a silent witness to her suffering. In her final days, Amani's sorrow was complete. The riches she had so eagerly sought could not fill the void left by her actions. Her story became a cautionary tale in the village of Mbaroro, a stark reminder of the dangers of greed and the heavy cost of sacrificing one's soul for wealth. The villagers spoke of her tale with a shiver, warning all who would listen of the dark consequences that await those who seek to trade their values for fleeting riches.